Jen Schrader here to offer you some really insightful information that you can really benefit from. And today I have with me is Larry Bruce. He is a tech exec, entrepreneur, co-founder of a highly recognized marketing company. So put your seatbelts on, pull your socks up, because we're going to have some really good information that he's going to cover with in the marketing automation, data, and artificial intelligence. As being involved with marketing myself, as you too, we've gone through mounds of data, like stacks of data, and trying to get segments put together to target, saving the list of data, breaking them down. Do you feel that in the Powersports world, I know you mentioned that they're starting to kind of getting into this now. Do you feel that that kind of data is being overlooked as well?
I don't think it's being overlooked. I think they just don't know what it is. And they hear you're starting to, your very beginnings. I mean, what we heard in automotive 10 years ago, you're hearing the very beginnings of, oh, look at all the data, the data. We heard that in car business for 5 years. It was data. Think about all the data we have. I can remember, the guys at Auto Trader talking about, we have all this data. Well, that's great. You got all the data. What's it mean?
What do you do?
Yeah. And when you ask them that, we're like, well, I don't know. We just have it all, right? Well, okay, great. You got it. Big freaking deal. If you can't take data and turn it into information, activate it and use it as action, then you're really, there's nothing to this. It's data, information, activation, action. You've got to have all four. If you just have the data and you never turn it into any information, it never makes any sense. It's just this gob of data sitting there. What good does it do me?
With data always being available to dealerships, regardless of what industry you're in, I noticed a lot of jump the gun, and I know you hate this term, those email blasts. I know you mentioned it earlier in the call. It drives you nuts. It drives me nuts.
It's like scratching, scratching on a chalkboard.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Larry, you've got all those leads in your on the CRM or database. You take those ones and you blast them with this message, not knowing that, of course, if they purchased somewhere else, purchased last month, all with the same message, and that can really, piss off a lot of customers. Is that still a bad practice being utilized in this day and age?
It's worse than pissing off a customer. It's when a customer doesn't care enough to tell you they were mad and then never do it again. They just opt out, right? Or they just, even worse than opting out, because at least if you opt out, I know it and I know I did something wrong and I can kind of adjust it. What's worse than opting out is just not doing anything with the email at all, or taking the email and putting it over into spam, where I never know you just didn't care. And now what ends up happening is you end over here in the promotions tab or the unfocused tab, because you stopped opening my emails and my local Outlook or my local email client decided, well, you don't like these emails, so I'll just put these in the background. We'll not worry about them anymore. That's email purgatory.
We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or anything.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so we'll just say we delivered it and nothing happened, right? So you get over here into email purgatory.
As the customer is changing and evolving, with the technology and information, do you feel the right message at the right time is a large key player with marketing correctly and effectively with the data that's at hand?
That's always been the key, right? The right message at the right time. But what is the right time? That's the hard part that a lot of people have been trying to figure out for many, many years, is when do I send you something? When do I interact? When do I engage? And and now in the power sports industry, like the car industry, it starts out now where you have a lot of people come in, oh, we're going to do equity mining on your database. And if the customer has equity, well, then obviously they're in the market. No, they're not. Just because I have equity in my machine doesn't necessarily mean I'm in the market. Matter of fact, to be able to fight the opposite. I think you see more people who have a machine where they owe more on it than it's worth than people that have a machine where they owe less than it's worth, or where they have equity. So the customers who are walking in the door are telling you a completely different story than these knuckleheads that are trying to sell you equity mining.
As we always hear this new term, it's really being popped out there, pushing out there, based off the readings I've been doing, it's been picked up heavily as well as artificial intelligence. or AI, and I take it it's not from the iRobot movie or any of those crazy sci-fi movies, but what is artificial intelligence, and what is it? In your terms, what is artificial intelligence?
Well, what's funny is that the most of the guys that are pushing artificial intelligence actually have it. They actually have artificial intelligence, meaning they don't have any intelligence at all, and they're just kind of making it up. So, it's true. They actually have artificial intelligence, just not the kind of artificial intelligence you want to buy. But artificial intelligence, in layman's terms, is just a machine that looks for patterns that equal out to a result you're looking for, right? And so some people think artificial intelligence is me putting a chat bot on my website that I can converse back and forth with a customer. Okay, that's silly. That's not artificial intelligence. As a matter of fact, you're doing quite the opposite of what a customer wants. People buy from people. They don't buy from websites. And having this chat bot sit there and talk to a customer is probably the worst thing you could do.
With it being a major defeat in 2020 and all the tools that are available to us, do you really feel that they would have ever thought, Newell and Simon would have ever thought that this can be tied into marketing compared to back in 1955?
Oh, probably not. They probably had higher aspirations for it. I would imagine they did. At the end of the day, artificial intelligence can be used for many, many things. They're using artificial intelligence in the military at a very sophisticated level.
Medical.
In medical field too, for sure. But utilizing artificial intelligence in marketing, everything, no matter what it is, no matter what it does, always ends up back in sales. Always does, because revenue and commerce and money, whether you like it or not, it makes the world go round. So ultimately, whatever technology you build will be if there's any way in the world that can be applied to sales, will get applied to sales and revenue and marketing and whatnot. So at the end of the day, I don't think they ever thought that that's what they wanted to use it for, but it turns out it's a pretty good, useful tool in marketing and in salesperson automation when you use it right. It's when somebody comes along and for lack of a better term, bastardizes it and uses it in a context where they're just trying to sell you something and makes you think it's something it's not, or makes you think that it's something, there's something behind there that's not. That's when it becomes, people start to get tired of hearing about it.
If I'm a dealer and I say to you, Larry, you come to me with a brilliant product, an effective working product, in the marketing automation or whatnot. If I say to you, like, there's no need for it, I don't need it, they're going to come here because I'm here and my sales team knows how to take it. What would you say to me of why I should and how I can really benefit my dealership and sales team and customer base?
Wow. I would say, well, the snarky part of me would say, well, gosh, I'll come back in a year when you're not here anymore. That's probably a little snarky of a remark, but the part of me that would want you to get you to understand would say, look, man, do you not think it's important for your customers to be helped by you versus sold by you? Do you think they're looking to, do you think the people that do business with you are looking to be sold, or they're looking to be helped? And I think every dealer would say, well, I think they're all looking to be helped. Of course they are. So the proper marketing and the proper artificial intelligence, where a bot can help them and get them further down the road than you can, so that you can pick up the ball when they're ready.
Thank you so much, Ty, for taking the time today to provide the insight and the knowledge about the artificial intelligence and the marketing automation and data. I mean, and that lovely term email blast. I had to throw that one in there for you. So, to any of our Powersports dealers watching our videos from the Thought Leadership Committee, we have plenty more topics we discuss that cover a large variety of marketing, sales, and so much more. But visit us at psxdigital.com. Under the resources drop-down, you can view our blog, thought leadership, e-learn topic videos. If you have a suggested topic or an idea that you'd like us to cover or provide some really good knowledgeable information, you can contact us on the Contact Us button on the website, or you can email us at sales@powersportsx.com. So thank you again, Larry. I appreciate your time today.
Thanks. It was fun. See y'all later.